We're live.
Hey, oh my God.
Man, don't keep that in.
You guys see Rainy's thing?
Rainy.
It's all over it's on Barstool and everything from different angles. What a lunatic.
What a lunatic.
Are you allowed to just run down and ask questions? You don't need like a press pass?
There's
I
no
figure
way
out how he
there's-
got there. Like, how the
He
fuck
made a little fake
He-
lanyard.
I guess they said there's going to be a press conference at this area.
Oh, okay.
And I think he just hopped in his car.
And he goes, this has done me the best joke ever.
He got it in.
The whole ride over, he was like, all right, that's it. That's the joke. I got to get that joke out. And he stood there and watched a press conference.
The state
the
troopers'
front row.
faces in the back, when they hear
Every
the
single
question,
one of
their eyes like go up and they're like, the fuck? They get so mad.
The guy saying no is
Was there ever
awesome.
a worry that
No.
It's going to be a Little Rascals situation.
what did he say? Team up with
No.
another tiny person.
No.
He goes, no.
No.
That's great. Good for Mike Rainey.
Yeah, that's great, man. It's a,
Yeah.
it's a good...
Spreading joy.
Good to see the rain train getting out there.
especially
Yeah, absolutely.
especially
Choo-choo.
on a murderer, too. I mean, from a marketing
thing.
perspective, the little
Literally,
stickers,
it's a little
the murderer...
sticker.
yeah.
Was that the guy who climbed out?
Yeah.
Like he did the,
Yeah.
He did the
Yeah, it was
parkour almost thing.
Start to finish funny.
Yeah, dude.
He just...
But I think he was in there for murder, so whoever
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that victim's family must be furious at how funny that guy is.
Big time
They're
murder.
like, fuck, this guy's
dude,
awesome.
The Go Birds.
Yeah, the Go
They
Birds.
should reconsider his case, dude.
He was
he
rocking
bleeds
the
green.
Eagles hoodie when they caught him. He
Dude,
bleeds
was
green.
He bleeds green.
Where'd he
You
get
ever see that guy when he's getting carted off? The news is, they're like, you got anything to say? And he just goes, Go Birds. Put him in the truck.
No.
They put him in the back of a police car. He says, what other charges? This is Democracy Manifest. A
Dude,
succulent Chinese
I watched
meal.
the most depressing YouTube documentary the other night. So, are you familiar with Killeen, Texas? Right outside of Fort Bragg.
No.
So there's this town in Texas.
Oh, where the ladies go missing? Is that the one?
No. This is
Okay.
just where all the bros, all the troops
Yeah.
outside of Fort Bragg live in Killeen. And it's like the domestic violence is like up through the roof. Suicides are through the roof. It's just like PTSD troops
Yeah.
living in a community, and it's like fucked.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really bad, dude. And I was watching the documentary. They're interviewing these guys, and like they're fucked up.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's just dudes popping pills in their kitchen, and it's being like, yeah, dude, I fucking got like IED'd and came out of the tank, and I was like mowing down kids, and I didn't know what I was doing. The guy like shook me out of it, and I was just like, so now I'm here, and they like cut my benefits. It's like kind of a bummer. It's just like, yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
so
bro.
bad, dude. It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's not fair for a fun podcast like this, but it's,
Yeah. Where did you think it was going to go?
sorry. It is funny though. They are very like they are all last of the tough guys. They're all in their garages like fixing lawnmowers, and they're like, yeah, I've done things I'm not, but they for real have done things they're not proud of.
Yes.
But it's shitty.
They're not faking.
They're not at all, and it
Yeah.
is all like they're just fat dudes.
Yeah.
in their garage.
They get sad and they're put
Yeah,
on
man.
fucking SSRIs and shit. And they
Yeah,
get fat
and they're
from it.
and they just have military wives who are like, he's been mean to me the whole time. I was like, yeah, they're pretty understanding. Their wives are pretty understanding, but they just come home and the dude's just like freak spaz, and and
Yeah.
their wives just like, yeah, he's not been very nice to me this whole time, but you know we're gonna, and then they just start crying with it's fucked up.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
I was watching
We got to do. I'm sorry, that was like
watched,
the only thing I watched.
I watched the Deerhunter. That's kind of similar as far as
Dude, I
like
walked in on it. I was getting my fucking tires put on my car. They're doing the Russian roulette scene.
yeah.
From Deerhunter
Oh, wow.
on the shop.
Most
I'm like,
iconic.
brothers.
In like
Deer
4
hunting.
hours though?
Yeah, it's a long one.
You watched the whole thing?
2 days. Took a break.
Yeah.
Split it up.
Couple of flights.
But it they just I was this is something I talked about on Schultz's podcast, and no one they thought I was an asshole for saying this. So the whole thing's based in Clarendon, Pennsylvania. It's Western PA. When they go hunting, it's in Mount Rainier in Washington with giant snow-capped mountains.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they filmed it in Washington?
Yeah, like it's supposed to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and all of a sudden they're in front of the tallest mountains in the world. Not in the world, obviously.
Yeah,
but
I know what you mean, but
in America, in the continental.
yeah, why
It's
do they
just,
do that?
Why do that?
What's wrong with Big Boulder, Jack
What's
Frost?
wrong? What's wrong with just good Appalachian mountains? You don't need.
Yeah,
Does anybody else think this is outrageous?
that's bullshit. No, it's absolutely
Anybody
bullshit.
that knows the area, which is a lot of people,
Yeah.
that anybody that knows,
Also, why would you, just from a budgeting perspective, why the fuck would you go
they
fly
filmed all
over-
the Vietnam parts in Thailand.
Oh yeah.
It's like they weren't
Well, that's-
they weren't afraid to get it
Yeah.
right.
Oh, they filmed Vietnam and Thailand.
Yeah,
I thought that was just so they could have fun.
Well, I'm sure.
While they were filming.
I'm sure they might have stopped in Washington. They're like, all right, let's film some deer hunting scenes.
True.
Let's get out there.
Oh yeah, on the way to just blow off some steam.
To blow off some steam.
Yeah, no, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, you'll see. If you
I wouldn't have noticed.
When you see that, you would notice. You would go,
I saw the movie.
That is not Western PA.
I saw the movie.
You saw the whole thing or just
I
the
might have
roulette?
been making out the whole time.
You were probably
know
making
me,
out
dude.
at
If I watch a
Deerhunter?
movie, Deerhunter, yeah.
You saw it in theater.
You know me. I was probably making out and shit.
You probably fingering during Deerhunter.
Yeah, they're like couple guy.
But at the end, yeah. At the very end, they just
babe, don't
sing "America the Beautiful" as a group. And
I don't think I made it to the end.
It's a very weird ending.
I don't think I've ever finished it so long.
Yeah,
It's one of those.
it's a very weird ending.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who
Anyway.
starts singing it? Robert Denis?
No, he's one of the guys that joins in. They're the only people that are happy the entire movie. Everything fucked up shit happens to everybody. Other than these two, there's two fat guys that are just drunk and happy the entire fucking time. They have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. Drunk fat guys.
And then at the end, the guy starts singing "America the Beautiful," or and they all honor their dead friend by singing together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, that was a
It's
thing.
a weird ending. I was sitting here, I was like, damn, I liked that movie. And then they sing at the end. I'm like, that was a.
I don't like endings, singing
fucking
endings.
retarded?
Yeah, they did that. Fuck, what was that movie with Tom Cruise where he plays like he plays like a manosphere speaker, but like 1990s. It's fuck, what the fuck is that movie? It's not Vanilla Sky.
Jerry Maguire?
Magnolia.
Oh, okay.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Magnolia?
Yes.
At the end, they all start singing. And I was just like, "What the fuck, man?
Yeah, what-
You had me. You had me. All
I
you had
liked
to
the
do is
movie, and now I'm watching
just
it.
land the bird.
Like a musical?
Yeah, they got into like
Or-
theater. Yeah, like singy theater stuff at the end. I was like,
Like a
dude,
Bollywood movie where they all fucking.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
I do actually like Bollywood movies that end
Yeah,
that way.
that shit's
like
fucking
the end
tight.
of Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah,
all
one,
have the, yeah,
but
it's
they all-
pretty great, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only one I've ever watched.
But in Bollywood, there's only like 7. They're like old school Hollywood, where there's only like 7 actors and actresses, and they're
Yeah.
in every single movie all the time.
I want to go back to where men play women all the time, like in
Shakespearean.
original theater, Shakespearean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Minstrel shows.
you're in the right place.
True.
Man. Welcome
Wait.
to New York, baby.
All I gotta do is wait. Yeah,
There's
true.
a lot of men playing women out here. Street performers. True artists.
True.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been weighing on me.
Yeah, that's
Geography
bullshit.
and Deerhunter pissed
So you're
me
watching
off.
that just. Yeah, just fucking mad.
I mean, it's a great movie, and then all of a sudden they
That's
just
just so
show this the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
true.
wait a second.
There's a movie.
Cold activated, turned blue, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like the
fuck.
mountains aren't that blue, dude. This is supposed to be Appalachian.
No, that's bullshit.
That's
You
bullshit.
should write a letter or review
I've
it.
been going very public with it.
Have you really?
Did you
I
ever see
mean,
the
this
ROM?
back-to-back podcast.
Yeah, you needed an apology.
Yeah, but the guys on Flagrant were not. They didn't agree.
They didn't care, or they just
They're
weren't.
like, "What are you talking about? Mountains are mountains."
That's not true.
Obviously,
That's
Yeah.
not fucking true.
These city folk don't know shit.
they have no idea.
No idea. Schultz never.
He's
Never
seen a
been
mountain.
South Financial District.
When's the last time you climbed a mountain?
Yeah, I've.
Truman got reelected.
That's right.
It's now
Okay.
at Eisenhower.
So Eisenhower just running through
Whatever.
it. So then after, so Nixon was his vice president, and Nixon got in trouble when he was vice president because
what?
people said he was doing graft, that he was taking money already when he was a young. First of all, he was a senator and he was a pinko hating. Like he started.
Where?
the thing
Oh,
of-
was he in California?
he started the whole Red Scare.
Yeah.
And he went after a lady who was a local beloved politician, and he called her the Pink Lady. It's the first time that they started this thing of pinkos, communists being pinkos. And she went on to star in the Beverly Hillbillies. She's the banker's assistant. I don't know if you ever watched that show, the Beverly Hillbillies.
No, I vaguely remember the intro.
She was like one of the stars of the
Yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies. He called her the Pink Lady.
But wait, so Pinko comes from Pink Lady?
Yeah, he started this pinko thing, and he called it a Pink Lady, and he hated communists. And there's a famous picture of him looking at a piece of microfilm that it was supposed to be documents that he found that were being stolen by communists. And and they killed the Rosenbergs,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
But they had it coming.
What? No, they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything?
They didn't do anything.
Wait a minute.
When the Cold War started to lift,
anytime someone dies,
when the Cold War started to lift, the KGB said, by the way, the Rosenbergs, never heard of them. Like, they gave us nothing. There was a giant red herring. We killed a married couple with children who didn't do anything ever.
They blamed the Rosenbergs for nuclear secrets, right?
Yes.
But they didn't do that.
No. And that's all. Nixon was really into that shit.
It'd be funny if they're like, we don't know anything about nukes.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
So Nixon becomes vice president. He gets in trouble. And so he gives a speech on television where he's sitting at a desk. It's called the Checkers speech, because he had a dog named Checkers who was given to his children. And they said it was a gift that he was supposed to register. You know what I mean? Like, he was taking gifts from people, pre-quo, pro, whatever you call it. And that the dog was an expensive dog given to his children. So he goes on TV and he tells his finances to the American people. And he says, and I'm an honest person. We didn't steal anything. And here's what happened. And he says, but there's been some comment about this dog. And my kids love that dog and we're going to keep it. And that was like this whole moment that people were like, all right, you're okay. But people never really trusted Nick to call him Tricky Dick because of way back then. So then he runs against Kennedy. And
that's number 4. He gets...
Yes. And he first, Kennedy was on the ballot. He tried to run...
Against Eisenhower?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
And then he got to the convention and he was going to be... And I think Kennedy lost at the convention. It used to be the conventions where they picked the guy.
Yeah.
To whoever the fuck... 𝙈🖩 𝙤𝙗? No, he was... his VP. I don't fucking remember how all this works.
Yeah.
I'm confused by it.
Sorry.
I think 𝙈🖩 𝙤𝙗 was... I think Kennedy was supposed to... Okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
So Kennedy and Nixon debate on television. Nixon's
that's
ugly.
Apparently, yeah.
When Nixon and
Kennedy's
Kennedy...
not the best looking guy. Everybody always is like, he's a hunk. You know what I mean? You know how everyone's saying he's a hunk?
What did he just say?
Oh, he's got headphones. Oh, he is listening. Okay. He is listening.
Okay.
Sometimes he looks like a bit of a goat. Like, he's got wide, weird eyes.
He has bedroom eyes. Girls like that.
Oh,
yeah. I think he's a good looking guy. Him and Bobby were both good.
He's got me beat for sure. But
yeah. Well, you beat? I don't know. You're a decent looking guy. You're a nice looking guy.
Let me see him.
You're not handsome the way Kennedy was. I mean, that's a handsome face. That's a handsome man with that head of hair is unbelievable.
With that what of hair?
That head of hair.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
No, because somebody shot the back of it.
Who did, though?
A lot of people.
Yeah, you think?
Like 6 guys.
I think a lot of guys shot him in the head.
So many. They dug so many.
I think there were like
bullets.
4 people that shot him.
Somebody with a paper clip.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Wait,
everybody.
do you have any opinions on that? Do you believe it was the lone gunman, Lee Harvey?
I think you can take any event in human history and find an alternate version of it if you dig and dig and dig. And I think a presidential assassination is just so interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't have an opinion. I mean, I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
There are some
think
weird
about and to read about.
It's fun to look into.
Of course,
because it seems
the culture of it is like the greatest.
It seems kind of like something was up.
Yeah.
Was it because was he trying to end Vietnam? Or no, it had just kind of kicked off.
There's also the civil rights and all that stuff. He was ramming that down the throats of some guys, and they
offered him a false flag in Cuba, and he was like, "No."
Right. I mean, it's crazy.
There's a lot of
what he did, what he fought against the states. You know, like what's his name? The guy at college with the black kids coming in.
Yeah,
standing there going, "You're not coming in here."
Yeah.
There's a great documentary that everybody should watch. That's about Robert Kennedy, who was he made his own brother the fucking attorney general, which is insane, and who was like 20. But he made him attorney general. And at the time, what's his name was fucking FBI. The guy
Hoover. Or no, J. Edgar. No,
J. Edgar Hoover was the head of FBI, and he had to work under this kid, Kennedy. Yeah. And that was a lot of the tension in the country was about that. But anyway.
History hasn't been too kind to J. Edgar.
No, it hasn't.
Because he was gay.
Well, he was a cross-dresser.
That's why people don't like him.
Some people, I don't know which version of this kind of thing he was, but he wore clothes of a womanly nature.
It's all gay to me.
I don't know that he had sex with men, but he wore women's clothes. Two different things. I don't know.
He dressed up like ladies, and then he would try to blackmail like MLK.
Yeah.
he would write him.
He'd be like dressed in a woman's dress with lipstick. He'd be like, I know what he likes, saying, fellas. I know what you've been up to, MLK.
You ever see that letter they wrote him? They wrote the FBI sent Martin Luther King a letter that was like, you should fucking kill yourself.
Really?
We're going to out you if you don't kill yourself in the next 30 days.
Were they just trying to hurt his feelings?
No, they were trying to kill him.
It's just like in shitty text.
It's in typewriter. Like, they sent him a letter. I think
Martin.
Loretta Scott opened it.
Wow.
And
Coretta Scott.
Coretta Scott. Coretta. That's it.
Loretta Scott.
Whatever. It's close. One letter. Loretta opened it.
Coretta.
Correct. And yeah, she was like, what the fuck's this? And he's like, fucking goddamn FBI is trying to
Wow.
He got caught cheating. He's like, fucking FBI again.
Oh, I see. You mean
but
the
like FBI, it actually,
all these women.
But it actually was the FBI. He wasn't lying. But man, that probably was a tough sell to.
It probably was.
Your lady. Be like, this is
She's
the
like,
government.
this says you've been fucking all these women. He's like, but you're missing the point.
The FBI is trying to kill
FBI is trying to kill me. Yeah. She's like, who's Louise? Honey, this is history. They're going to talk about this later in podcasts.
Eventually they killed him.
So Kennedy, here's a great Kennedy story. So Peter Salinger, I think his name was Pierre Salinger. He was a journalist who hung out with Kennedy a lot. So they're in Kennedy's in the Oval Office, and what Kennedy really liked bragging about was that he could get anybody on the phone ever. The White House operators could get any human being in the world. So he said to Pierre Salinger, give me a name. I can get him on the phone in 10 minutes. And he happened to know that Truman Capote was writing a book in the woods. He was like in a cabin in the woods, cut off, no phone, on sabbatical. And so he says, Truman Capote. And so Kennedy picks up the phone on the coffee table and says, yeah, give me a Truman Capote, please. And just hangs up, and then they keep talking. And in 10 minutes, he hears like they fucking got a helicopter and they lowered it. And yes, Mr. President. And so that's what he was like. He liked being president. He liked the fucking.
He was cool.
He was a cool president.
And Jackie
and the thing about him, and because Nixon and Kennedy's stories are just attached. Nixon was a nerd and Kennedy was cool. And it's another thing like Churchill and FDR that Nixon was always heartbroken that people just preferred Jack because he was a cooler guy. And there's a little story that's I think it's in Kennedy's. It's in Nixon's. What do you call it? In his library about how the two of them, when they were senators, they were sent to Philadelphia to debate. Like they used to do this. The Senate would say, they get a Democrat and Republican, you guys go up and debate the issue. So the two of them were in a sleeper car together because they're going overnight or whatever to Philly or some city where they had to be in a sleeper car. And Kennedy, and so Nixon suggested who gets the top because there's bunks. He says, let's flip a coin. This is the story. And then they flipped a coin and Kennedy won. That's why it's a funny story to people. It's the first time that they.
Yeah.
But I picture this story like a fly on the wall. They're in the sleeper car, and Nixon's like, just nerd, packed a little suitcase.
Well, how
Kennedy's
should we
been
decide
fucking.
this?
He's just fucking somebody.
Yeah.
Kennedy's hungover, good-looking dude, smoking a cigarette, and he's like, I got to be with this fucking Nixon. He hates Nixon. And Nixon's like, so I guess we should flip a coin. And Kennedy's like, what?
Yeah, just do it.
Decide who's. Yeah, go ahead, Dick.
Yeah. And he won.
And he's like, well, you won. Okay, Dick.
Great. Get up. Get up there.
Nobody gives
Get
a fuck.
the fuck up there.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
Climb up there.
Yeah, so that was them. And then, so Kennedy gets shot in the head.
Yeah.
And throat.
Yes. And the bullet.
Wild West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. Round 4. The Wild Wild West.
And then again, and then again, and then again, and then again.
What president are we on?
We just
Carter.
got done with, well, maybe we're done.
Yeah, so that's what Carter did. He put on a sweater. He said, cool it, guys. Put on a sweater. And people said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That's,
I rank the Iranian hostages.
no, that was how long was that? How many days was that? Isn't that a
I
specific?
have no idea. It was a bunch of days.
400, I don't know.
A lot of days.
Whatever it was, I was told like pretty much day 1 or 2 into Reagan. They were like, no more.
No, so Reagan got to take credit for Carter, more than anything, wanted to free the hostages before he left office. And he actually did that. He was up all night for several nights. He was haggard. There's a great story about the day of Reagan's inauguration that Carter went to get him. That's the tradition, is the sitting president goes and collects the new president and escorts him. So the story was that he went to Reagan's hotel room where he was staying, and him and Nancy were, Reagan was putting on his tie and Nancy was getting dressed, and it was like fuck smell in the room.
Oh, no.
Story. I remember reading this somewhere.
Which you have to.
The Carter was like, they fuck. They're like in it.
Stinks
like
sex in here.
Yeah,
These two
they
fucking,
fucked.
these freaks.
Yeah.
They power
he came
hungry.
all over her.
Horny from the power
Yes.
he just assumed.
He gave her another pearl necklace.
Yes.
And so that was the thing.
Wasn't there a thing coming out with Nancy was good at giving head?
Yeah, recently.
I don't know what that was.
Nancy
I didn't
Reagan,
really look into it.
Frank Sinatra says that a very important secret to singing is that you eat an apple and you wait an hour and then you throw it up because it creates a gravel in your throat. It gives you texture. He learned this from Nancy Reagan. There's only one way that a woman would learn this trick, is because she's fucking bulimic. One day she ate an apple, she threw up, and then she's like, I sound great. So the next time she worked with Sinatra, she's like, you should do, Frank.
Yeah.
And she spread it as like a trick of the trade. That was Nancy Reagan. She probably did it with cum too. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she did it with cum.
These people are all dead, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But so Nancy and Ron, Jimmy Carter had this in his unsleeping, had this little observation that Reagan was grumpy on the inauguration. He didn't feel like doing it, and that they had just fucked. And then they all got in the limo together, and Jimmy got the news that the hostages were being freed, but Reagan got to announce it. So Ronald Reagan is...
Yeah, it's funny. I get all these legends from my Republican family.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll tell you what, that pussy Carter couldn't get it done. Day 1 of Reagan.
That's right. Well,
those Muslims knew.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with a Republican.
That's right. So Reagan, and I heard this, my legend, so who knows which one's real. But Reagan was a fascinating president, 2 terms. There was
I got one. Did Nixon start the war on drugs? I think it was Nixon. I know Reagan. Reagan was huge on it.
Yes, Nancy Reagan said, "Just say no."
Yeah,
which was hated because people were addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Also, AIDS started with Reagan, and Reagan. I mean, he was the first AIDS. He fucked a monkey. He fucked Bonzo.
He fucked the monkey.
There's a bunch of movies about him and a monkey. Yeah,
He fucked the
Bonzo. Bedtime for Bonzo. He fucked Bonzo.
That's where Bedtime for Bonzo comes
He's
from?
Nancy, I think I got AIDS from. So Reagan, he was. There's a piece of footage of Reagan. There's a documentary about Huckleberry Finn, and it's about how it gets banned and then refound and banned throughout history. Huckleberry Finn has been banned by liberals who don't like the N-word, and then conservatives who don't like whatever they have.
The
a
N-word.
problem. It just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah.
And Mark Twain, there's some quote where Mark Twain said, I knew when I created Huck, he'd get in trouble his whole damn life. He knew that this was going to happen. Okay, so there's a character in Huckleberry Finn. I'm going to say his name. His name was
Wow.
That was his name. Now this won't be on YouTube. It'll just get.
Yes.
So, there's footage of Reagan, doing some tribute to Mark Twain, and whatever he's doing, he's opening a center or something, and he says, he goes, and who could forget the wonderful stories of Huckleberry Finn and his friend Jim. And you can see him look off, And you know that there's guys going, did we talk about this? Like, there's don't say it, Mr. President. But that's it. I mean, I read the books. That's his name, fellas. You can't say it. Oh, well, geez. I mean, that makes no sense. It's in the goddamn book. And so that you can see it.
Don't say that
and
word.
His friend, Jim.
Yeah.
Fuck this country. God damn it.
Yeah, don't say that. But then go ahead and do the war on drugs.
Yeah.
Don't say that word.
Yeah. But so Reagan was, his whole he was president of SAG, and then he was governor of California. Hated hippies, just fucking hated them so much.
I gotta be honest. I think I would have too.
I think I probably would have hated. I mean, George Harrison hated hippies.
Yeah.
George Harrison. There's an interview with him where he went to Haight-Ashbury. He's like, I heard they're all, and he was like, they were just disgusting drug addicts. So yes, hippies are gross. They always were. So Reagan, I mean, there's so much about Reagan. For fuck's sake, he 2 terms, and George Bush was his vice president.
Cold War.
Mr. Gorbachev, take down this wall.
Yes.
And he called the
Gipper.
Soviet Union the evil empire.
Yeah.
And then there was that crazy, when they went to Reykjavik, like they got really close. He did have an obsession with bringing down the proliferation of nuclear weapons. It was something that he cared about. And so they had a treaty. They had a shot at a treaty. And they flew to Reykjavik, Iceland, the 2 of them. And it was this exciting time where there might be this treaty signed. And then there was this awful midnight footage, which you can also see, of the 2 of them leaving at the same time. And Reagan's going, nah. And Gorbachev's going like, what do you want from me? Reagan's going, no, man, no fucking way. And they get in their cars and they leave. And it was like, shit.
Yeah.
It was scary.
We're going to keep nukes.
And it looked like something worse might happen. But Gorbachev was an interesting dude, Something interesting was going on there, different from the other guys.
Yeah.
But so Reagan, I'm trying to remember the thing I was going to say about him. He, well, he was shot, and I remember that.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to talk about.
So I went to
that guy's out.
What's that?
He just got out.
Hinckley's out?
Hinckley's out. There's pictures. There's like TMZ's taking pictures of him.
I think if I kill
Subway.
Hinckley, that'll help me.
That'll help. Only if it's for Jodie Foster.
You think if I could, yeah.
Somebody's
still around.
Somebody's got to fuck Jodie Foster.
Somebody, I mean, in connection with that.
Yes.
So.
She said that.
What?
What did she say?
That's my
When he
favorite.
got out, apparently she was like, actually was kind of impressed when he.
No.
I swear.
She said that?
I've heard something else. I heard that she was talking to like Phoebe Cates or somebody.
She was being funny.
And she said to Phoebe Cates, like, hey, nobody ever shot the president for you, honey, or something like that. And there's a million stories about
That's
Jodie
really
Foster taking, which all might be false.
I think, didn't Ed Hinckley, I think he used to call her and like leave voicemails.
I don't know anything about
I think she was in college.
I don't think they had voicemail then.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Answering machine. He would call and be like,
Send her
Jodie.
tapes.
He's like, wait till you see what the fuck
Wait till you see.
I love
Jodie,
you
please
so
watch.
much.
Make sure you're watching TV.
I
went to my
kill him. He just got fucked up.
My mom hated Ronald Reagan, hated him since the 70s, and she saw him coming. There was a thing about Reagan that was like Trump for Democrats, which was it was like it's a nightmare scenario. Reagan is a nightmare scenario. It's the end of all things. He is the worst guy in the world. And they had connections between him and white supremacy, like a bunch of them. Like the place he gave his first speech as a candidate is a famous, horrible. It's where the students were
in
killed.
Mississippi.
Yeah, it was like in that. It was like he's standing on their fucking on the car that they took out of the mud. Not that, but he was there. So a lot of people made connections with that shit. But people hated Ronald Reagan before he was president. When he won, I remember my mom being deeply disturbed by it. And so there was this feeling he's not a good guy. We have a bad president from some people's point of view. And then other people, you were very aware, fucking loved the guy. I mean, so much. And the mask, the rubber mask of him, became a thing. And SNL was making fun of him and all this stuff. But there were these people that just absolutely, they loved Reagan without any reason, and some people were on his side, all kinds of stuff. But there's a lot of Democrats who just couldn't stand the guy. But life went on. And then when he got shot, I went to my friend Jeff Drew's house, and he said that the president just got shot. And these are two things I remember watching on live TV again later. One was that, and one was Anwar Sadat being assassinated. The whatever president of I'm sorry, but I don't remember if it was fucking Egypt or Israel. But it was Sadat was killed, and I was watching it on the news live.
It was Israel.
I don't remember. Well, there was later.
Somebody got shot in Israel.
Yeah, I'm fucking up all the names.
Yeah.
But that was when Clinton was president. So Anwar Sadat was on a military, they were having a parade, and there was troops marching in front of him, and they turned around and fucking...
That's got to be Egypt.
I mean, yeah, probably,
that
right?
sounds about it.
I mean, it was nuts. Threw hand grenades. It was his guys. And they turned around and just riddled. There was a bunch of guys like at a dais, like a whole bunch of dignitaries, and they just
what?
And I was watching this. I was watching the live news, and they broke in and said, I mean, it was somewhat watching. There was a special report that used to be a big thing. Now it's every fucking news break.
Breaking.
Yeah, breaking news. Anwar Sadat is dead. We have footage. It's straight out of the beta cam. And it hasn't been edited. We're going to warn you that this hasn't been edited. And I watched this footage of a guy just watching the fucking parade, and then the lens goes down, and then he goes up on the bandstand, and you see a guy holding his own arm with
what the
cut
fuck?
Off, and there's like strands of blood and stuff and muscle, and he's holding it and he's dazed, like asking people walking by, like, what do I do with my arm, like that kind of thing, and just blood. I mean, I was a kid and I saw that on TV. And the other thing was Reagan had just been shot when I got to Jeff's house, and we sat down and we watched that footage, 20,000, of him like the dumb and he got thrown into the limousine, and
Hinckley,
his own guy, jumped on him.
Didn't he kill one of the guys?
He killed a cop. James Brady who was the press secretary, took one to the head and was like this for the rest of his life. And the Brady bill was this big gun. His whole life became about gun control.
How the fuck
the Brady bill
out,
was started by his family, by James Brady, who was Republican, conservative Reagan's press secretary. He was his spokesman. Very, very brilliant guy who suddenly was like this and talk like that. And he would make speeches and his wife would help him. And the Brady bill was like, of course we're going to pass this, because it was, and a lot of Republicans were in favor of it. But the NRA was just a motherfucker. There was no way to pass it. You looking up James Brady?
No, I'm just looking at how funny Hinckley is now. Look at him. He's just leaving a Subway.
Oh, he looks exactly like me.
He's doing pretty good.
He looks like me. He's got the same body.
Playing guitar.
Good for you, John.
To CNN.
Good boy.
Man who shot Reagan is now posting love songs online.
He's like, I got to get chicks the old-fashioned way. Sing him a song.
Dude, just leaving Subway.
I used to shoot presidents to impress girls, and now
funny that people go back to cigarettes.
I think it's more of a getting into in your 30s thing now.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's when I started doing coke.
30s.
Once I hit my 30s, I was like, it's time for me to invest in doing cocaine.
You're more mature.
Wait until my heart's mature.
Yeah, get your heart nice.
Get very overweight, and then it's like, all right, now it's time.
Fucking stinks.
Takes a hold of girls hard too.
Oh man,
girls get rocked by
cocaine.
Dude, it's everything they need. It's perfect.
It really
They're like, I don't eat anything. They don't eat it. I've seen girls like go gray in complexion from coke.
They get beezed up.
What?
Yeah, what?
Girls, first of all, love coke.
Adderall is girls. Now they're all added up.
Like, they all went back to like 1950s when we used to give housewives like. Remember that we used to give housewives like
Adderall
Valium and fucking
it's
meth.
perfect for ladies. They just clean and don't eat.
They can get a mean though.
You just get a perfect, and then they get a little nasty.
They get cranky, dude.
They run out of their Adderall. And then they stop cleaning and they start munching and they sit there, dude.
Start munching.
They start fucking munching and they start yapping at you. Yeah, I like when people try to hide their drugs.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Like my sister was trying to hide that she was on heroin. It was so funny.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
She was just like,
That's my friend would do. I think at the time I think it was heroin, but he would like have one beer and be like,
Yeah,
he'd be like, dude, I'm just tired, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
dude,
That Coors Light took me down.
that's when we realized my sister was doing it because it was at a Christmas party and she had like 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
And then we went to Sheetz. And when we were driving, my other sister was driving, came up to a red light, and my sister was sitting shotgun and had nodded off. Just smacked her head on the dash.
Oh.
And we were like, what? She's like, I'm just tired from the wine.
That'd be nice for the Christmas party. Imagine like a nice sweater.
Holy fuck, dude.
Cookies
Christmas
are going.
lights, just sitting there with all your family. You're on heroin.
Yeah. I don't know.
I give her credit. I mean, she stopped doing it. So
Yeah.
that's a good run.
It's pro meth. It's pro meth. I was slanging that syrup. Purple drink.
No,
it was prescription.
Sipping NyQuil.
I was sipping syrup. Yeah, it wasn't DXM. I wasn't robo tripping. This was syrup. This was pancakes and syrup. I had the
Real deal.
motherfucking pill. I had the motherfucking pills. I had the motherfucking syrup. I was a
You ever
juice
do
man
any
from
of those drugs?
Oxys I probably did a lot of, and I didn't
Jesus,
like
Probably do. I
I
probably
was being
do.
a gentleman eating Percocets. Oxys are
straight
pink
up,
stuff.
and I got them from.
I probably did a lot of oxys.
I had a
Probably.
but I was kind of liking them, but I was tweaking. I remember one time. I don't like them now though.
I think people love them.
Dude, I was at that one point, I did like 3 days in a row. I would get up in the middle of the night and then I'll be kind of still tweaking on them. And then I would go to my computer. I go, I got to send this email to the guy, they're going to get me and blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, I got to shoot this off before I get back to bed. And I go, I can't find this guy's contact. And then I would kind of be like, what contact? What guy? Who am I sending?
Maybe they
things
were
to?
giving you
But I
Oxycontin.
go, I don't even have a job. When the 20-year-old that's got the drug problem is a big eye roll for me. There's a lot of comics that's that. They
Oh
go,
my God.
I've been off alcohol. I'm 30 years sober.
Yeah.
I'm 50. You go, so you drank a few times when you were 20 and you were a hassle.
I saw a couple comics battle craft beer addiction. I'm an alcoholic. I'm like, bro, I've only ever seen you drink like IPAs.
Yeah.
You're not an alcoholic. Sorry.
Yeah, I was.
My addiction, dude, to
I
fucking
might have to check into rehab for Bud Lights.
to fucking Guinness. Yeah, it was crazy.
no, you got to check into fat camp if you're getting too into the IPA.
Yeah, the IPAs will get you. That happened, dude, to the whole alt scene. The alt scene, they
growing
all
a
got
beard,
fat
yeah.
as shit.
That's what happened.
Yeah, they got craft beers, dude.
They did. They were
They got hit with the IPAs, and then now they all have beards
And they
and
were
sweaters.
You get wide hips and a soft
They
dick,
got
dude.
jolly, very jolly alt scene.
Stop liking your girlfriend doesn't look as pretty. I think IPAs make you kind of gay.
Definitely.
I think you get like wide hips, so you start producing estrogen. Your dick stops working. You're like, why am I hanging out? Why do I live with my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Hang out with my alt buddies,
And
dude.
then you just pretend girls are funny. For 15 years, you're like, I think she's hilarious. Fuck you.
You go, what the fuck? All right, I cut me off, bartender.
You wake up to your Patreon, you're like, Jesus Christ.
That is what happened, dude.
Subscribe to the Call Her Daddy offshoots.
The craft
Trump did
beers
it.
hit.
Trump let him do it.
Trump broke all of them, and they were all fat bitches. They're just sitting there like, this is not okay.
I got something that'll ease your tensions. Here, have a sip.
There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
IPAs, dude.
The local communist lodge. That fucking destroyed communism. High ABVs. Just be like,
Man,
that's it.
just sitting on perks.
And we're
just
off, boys.
trying so hard to move your arms to get to the CP.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well,
gotta go to rehab.
yeah.
Really?
You reset the whole clock. Yeah, they'll get kicked out. If you overdose, off the lease, immediate eviction. They don't fuck around.
Really?
Yeah. Off the
That
fucking.
seems fucking. That's where all the homeless people are from.
That's a good way to try to get your spouse out. You know what I
you
mean?
gotta jump right out.
Oh, yeah. Just poison her with heroin.
Poison her with heroin.
I'm like, again, I have no interest in murdering my spouse, but that would be.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Imagine poisoning your husband, dude.
Dude, back in the day, you
Girls,
could probably make.
that's what ladies serial killers do. They're always poisoning people.
No, they never get caught.
They poison them and then take care of them. They like make them sick for years.
Yeah.
Just get
Gaslight
slowly
'em.
poisoned by your wife.
Yeah, but she's
Have
probably
her
so.
tend to you.
She's probably so mean to you that she's probably like, you never do anything right, and you're sitting there like, fuck. Why does my stomach
Somebody's
feel
putting
like?
arsenic in my fucking food. Yeah.
I would figure it out. I would get
How?
one dose of mercury, and I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I would
you
know
would
right
right
away.
away.
I'd
Yeah.
just be like, ugh. Once you put a blanket over me, I'd be like, what the fuck's going
You're
on?
up to something, lady. Go
Having a Munchausen mom would stink. Munchausen by proxy, or whatever.
Yeah.
They leave you when they like, no, you're sick, and they make you like lay around all day inside. And you're like, my mom said I can't come out because I'm sick. Your mom's just being like, he's sick again. It's such a fucking perverse pleasure.
Yeah, I might munch out with my fucking girlfriend.
You should.
Be like, you're sick, babe. You can't go anywhere.
You should just give her laxatives constantly. And just be like, babe, it's not safe for you. Stay in here where it's safe.
The porcelain can't handle it.
Oh. Just convince a chick she has like total Crohn's. Just be like, babe, I love you for who you are. She's just like, I can't go anywhere.
You're a clinical fart machine. I don't know what to do here.
It'd be a good way to break up with a girl. Just start dosing her with laxatives and be like, listen, these dumps are out of control. I'm going home.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
You used to never shit like this. Now you shit all the time.
Yeah, but girls they'd hold it in though. They'd hold it in the name of love. Babe, what the fuck? We talked about this.
You gotta stop shitting constantly.
Babe, it's Thanksgiving. My whole family's out here. What the hell?
Yesterday I did this. I can promise me right now. Swear to me on everything you didn't fart in there. And she's sitting there like, I didn't.
Dude, you know what gets them fired up too? I was sitting there yesterday cleaning out my closet, dude. I was so sorry to my mama, dude. I had to clean out my closet. And everything she would like she's like, I'm gonna give this to Goodwill, and I just go, you're a good girl. That's so mad. You fucking stop. I'm like, yo, you're a good girl, man.
She can't stop taking me seriously. And I can't be around someone that takes me that serious. So like, no matter, I'll be like, did you put the fucking cups away? She's like, yes.
I guess the laundry's just doing itself today, huh?
Yeah, dude, I'll say shit like that to her and she'll be like, well, I'm trying.
On your right, dude. The people who do that on bikes makes me angry too.
I get very mad.
On your right, it's like just fucking ride.
Get a
by
car,
me,
dickhead.
Yeah,
Get a car or walk.
Yeah, that drives me nuts. Especially when people on bikes try to do like rules of the road, but it's like, dude, I'm in a car. Just fucking get out of the way.
Listen to me.
Just try not to get hit by my superior fucking.
Yeah, I'm in a car.
machine.
You need to listen to what I say.
Yeah, dude. Imagine if a dude in like a wheelbarrow behind you was like, hey man, come on. It's like, get the fuck out of the way. Buzz off. I hate that shit. I do like the dudes that wear I might start doing I kind of like, I don't know, I've been getting jealous of this. Do you have this in New York where guys wear full spandex suits and like go grocery shopping? That's like the most, I think they're like the
with
elite.
their shoes, with those like cleats,
helmet, and then they go like in like a spandex Tour de France outfit and go grocery shopping. And I'm always like, by the way,
yeah, they have gay penises.
Crazy gay penises.
Giant gay penises. If you're in a spandex suit biking.
Yeah, and then you walk around the grocery store
penis.
with your big gay penis. And it's like, dude, get that thing out.
My son has a gay big penis. You motherfucker.
Son, look at his gay penis. Look at it for as long as you can.
Yes.
I implore you.
Stare at it. You're a girl. I don't know if that's bad. If we're allowed to do that, are we allowed to make fun of? Are we allowed to make fun of those parents?
Stare at it.
Those
You're a
particular
girl.
parents, not the real ones. We're talking about the parents that force their kids.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
there are those.
There are. Imagine like if there was like a psycho sports dad who did that same energy on their kid.
Yeah, it does. It happens all the time.
Dude.
It shatters the kid.
Yeah.
You go, you're gonna fucking play in the NFL. Start lifting.
Imagine if
They're
for like
my son's jacked.
imagine
My son's playing for the Ravens, you motherfucker. My son's.
what the hell is watching him type to strangers online? Be like, you got to get it back in there, dude.
Yeah. Thank God. Phil was close. He could have been that.
Psycho sports parent.
He occasionally he would show up and watch practice.
That's David.
He was bordering, but during the games he would never yell once. He just
See, he was
stood at the top of the bleachers.
He was just invested. Dude,
Yeah, dude. One time I got done my sophomore year. No, this is crazy. I get done. I came down to the basement. Phil was down there, and he like muted the television when I sat down on the couch, and he was like, "How do you think you played tonight?" I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, if you had to grade yourself, what would you give it? I was like, a fucking B. He's like, I say D, but I was like, holy shit, Phil. That was the only time he ever did it.
God damn.
He was mad at how I played.
Yeah, that's the worst. That must feel
I was
bad.
a sophomore. Give me a chance.
Come on,
dude.
man,
I was
yeah.
going up against black defensive ends.
You're just
I was getting rocked.
I used to get picked up. My parents truly didn't give a fuck at all. But my friend's dad was like, he'd pick us up from summer games and like in summer leagues and fucking yell at us the whole way home. And I'd just be like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would just sit in the back and kind of laugh. I'm like, it's not my dad.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
funny. I would laugh during basketball. I never took that seriously, and I'd laugh.
Yeah.
I got in trouble several times.
Yeah.
Coaches would just you think this is funny?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah. I wish I had what I know now. I'd be like, yes, dude.
Oh my God.
You're 48. You're yelling at 7th graders about fucking. The score was 12-7.
Yeah, true.
You loser.
That is
you
kinda-
drunk fucking loser.
God damn it, dude. That is like the darkest shit in the world. There's a
Being a-
dude spazzing
Being a drunk fucking Pee Wee football coach.
and spazzing. We had dudes that would
Spazzing.
like lay down, like almost cry. My like
Yeah.
youth
Like,
club
hit me.
football.
In practice, he'd be in full pads.
Freak.
Come on.
Dude, we had a guy who used to wear shorts like 1970s, like tight shorts
Awesome.
to the top, little polo, and he would fucking freak out. And his son, he made his son the quarterback, and his son stopped.
Yeah.
So
They always
bad.
make their
It's
fucking son the
crazy.
quarterback.
It's crazy.
My son's a quarterback.
Dude, and the son was not a quarterback. Again,
Not a
I don't want to
quarterback.
go way back in time and vault and trash this dude's son as QB, but he clearly wasn't QB material.
He's not QB material.
I wasn't QB material.
You were not QB1 material.
I knew I wasn't QB.
You do have leadership skills, though.
I'll give
You're a
myself
bit of a
that.
leader. I could see that.
I give myself that, but that's
Yeah.
more. I'd like to lead from the other side of the ball. I'm talking middle
You're
linebacker.
defense. You're a middle linebacker?
Talking about middle linebacker.
I can see you with the cowboy collar, especially how jacked you've gotten lately. You might look good in pads right now. Get a cowboy collar.
I'm more of a safety, right? I'm more of a
before the snap. Yeah, you'd be good.
I
You'd be a
wanted the
throwback, dude. No gloves, no wristbands.
Oh, dude. I wanted the cowboy collar so bad.
Cowboy collar is so
wanted
sick.
it
I got
so
it. I got
bad.
it in 7th grade. It was
Oh,
so fucking
God
nice.
damn it, dude.
Obviously, I missed weight 8th grade year. Keeps me up at night. I missed out on that season. We could have made it, dude. They lost the Super Bowl without me. I was just watching.
Oh no.
I gotta get big for freshman football, guys. Sorry, can't cut weight now. Can't be down to 142.
I did the same thing.
Yeah,
I fucking.
they're like, we need you big for next year, dude. Don't do it.
How sick did that feel though that summer? I used to chug gallons of milk going into freshman football, and I was
Yeah.
like, dude, this is so important.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to the NFL. You have to understand. I really thought I was
That's
going to
good.
the NFL when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was chugging
dude. You're
milk.
a Urlacher.
The summer I was
Madman.
fucking going into freshman year. I was waking up if I would go lift with the team prematurely. I lifted as like a 14-year-old. I was in there with the football team. I asked permission to go lift with them, and I was just chugging milk.
Yeah.
Sitting on my ass all summer and lifting with the
Just
team.
chugging milk.
Dude, being
Yeah.
like, I'm going to be in the NFL.
Yeah,
And I just got smashed. I was like, why are the linemen so big?
yeah.
It was just fucking, dude.
They're big. It's not like when you're a little kid, whoever the lineman is just suck.
Yeah,
They're just everybody's small.
dude.
Whoever the offensive line is, are the least athletic kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was playing, dude. I was like, dude, I was playing line, fullback, like
damn.
both special teams. I was playing everything.
You were a hitter.
I was, dude. But I
could
always
hit.
was cautious about putting my head down. I've always been
Really?
smart about not fucking hitting the head
Oh,
into
man.
people. I like to clash at the scrimmage. But dude,
Noah was a good player. Noah's
Yeah.
offensive guard, weren't you? Yeah, beast.
how nice did you feel when you pulled? That was my favorite.
Pulling is so nice.
Pulling
dude.
was so
Unless
fun.
you fall like a fat idiot. Yeah, it's so embarrassing.
It's so
You
embarrassing.
fall because somebody gets knocked back. You just get tripped.
Sometimes, sometimes you're not looking. Then a DN comes, just cleans your clock.
Yeah, you get hit.
I did prefer hitting people blocking to tackling. Tackling I didn't mind, but I preferred just like really
Yeah,
just bam and nailing someone.
blocking is awesome.
Pulling guard, when they used to pull me, I love that
Traps,
shit.
dude. It's so fun when someone doesn't see you coming.
Yep.
You get to just level some dude.
It's so fucking
Such a
sick.
cheap fucking shot, too. It's just somebody getting through the line like, oh, I got through. This is great.
Just nail them.
Then you get to fucking hit them and go,
I still love that, dude.
what's up, motherfucker?
Dude, knowing the halfback.
This is my field.
Knowing the half.
This is my fucking field.
Dude, knowing the halfback was behind me and I was fucking hitting it.
Oh, so nice, dude. When you
loved
block and you see him go by, and you're like,
I fucking
when you
loved
see him
it.
take it to the house, you're like, oh,
It's the best.
that's so fun.
PB football was so fun. They're,
Yeah.
they're actually, I take it all back. They're so right. This guy was like, this is going to be the best shit
Yeah.
ever. Come on. It was so
I would
fun.
give anything to put the pads on and get out there with you, boy.
Dude.
Every coach ever has said that. You don't know how good you have it, dude. The rest of your life is a fucking nightmare. I hate my fucking bitch wife. God damn it.
dude.
I wish I was with you kids. Dude, getting fucked up as a coach and spilling the beans to the kids in the locker room. It's like, God damn, the pussy you guys could get if I was in your school.
What about this girl? You guys like her?
Oh,
Just curious.
See some of those cheerleaders. Those fucking cheerleaders, they're growing up, huh? What do you boys think of that? That's my dream.
Coaching would be
my dream
so
is,
fun.
dude. Obviously, I love being a comedian, doing stand-up comedy, being a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me. I have something in me that wants to be a coach.
You should.
There's a part I don't know what it is. There's a part of me that keeps wanting to scream to a group of dudes, "We got guys." I can't even finish the sentence. I just know I want to scream that, whether it's good or bad. We got guys going half-ass out there, not full speed. We go full speed. It's in there, dude. I want it so bad.
You walk in your room at nighttime. No one's in there. It's fucking.
Yep.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know what to say right now.
I don't know what to say right now, but I'm.
Listen up. I am so proud. I want that so bad, dude.
Shit
Listen to
rule.
me.
I mean, dude, I
am so proud to be your head football coach. And then they all hug me. And
oh my god,
it's coming, dude.
It's gotta. I'm telling you,
my second cancellation. I'm going straight back to high school football.
You have to watch the movie where the guy coaches. It's like based on a true story where he coaches his sons. He's an NFL defensive coordinator.
The
Sandler
Sean Payton.
Yeah, and he goes.
Yeah,
it was
Kevin
James.
Sean Payton.
Dude, the movie's good.
I'm gonna check it out.
You'll get fired up.
Right.
Him coming back to his high school team and he's watching his like son's team and he's like, "Fuck's that guy doing?" He's like, I'm not gonna say anything. He goes down. He's like, "Hey, and he starts. It's so fucking funny.
There's a clip I have to show you. It's a great high school football clip. It's from the early '90s of it's this Texas playoff game, semifinals. This team's down like 42-17 with like 2 minutes left. They score a touchdown, but the radio announcers are from the team that's losing. And they're like, "All right, we got some fight in us left. All right, good boy." And then they get the onside kick, score again. And they're like, "Hey, you never know.
We got a ball game."
Then they get another onside kick, score. They're like, "God damn, we're right back in this thing. Here we go, boys." Get another onside kick. They're like, "We did it. Oh my God." They score a touchdown. They're like, "Oh, the most improbable comeback of all time." There's like 10 seconds left. They kick it off. The other team returns the kick. They lose.
Oh.
These dudes are like, "Oh, no. Oh, God. God bless those kids. I feel sick." I mean, it is the most heart-wrenching loss I've ever seen, dude.
Oh.
You gotta see it. These dudes, yeah.
But that's when you go in
just
as a
losing
coach
their mind
like,
for high
boys.
school. Yeah, I love you.
God damn, I don't
You gotta
care.
say I love you, dude.
This goes deeper than winning and losing, dude. You get real deep as a coach. I love you, boys.
They were interviewing the guy like 30 years later. It still haunts him.
Really?
Yeah, he's like fucked up from it. They all are. The one dude started crying talking about it. Yeah.
Oh, God, man. That must be kind of cool, though. You have a group of kids. You're watching them within a short period of time, like, grow, learn things about themselves and all this stuff. It is kind of
become men. You get to watch them become men.
True.
You go, "God damn, you're getting big.
God damn.
You're big as fuck.
Why'd you have this cowboy collar? Used to be mine.
This is cowboy collar. You're gonna look so fucking cool in it." You're basically gonna be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Just write me letters. Tell me all the pussy you're getting now.
You're gonna be so fucking cool out there, dude. You wanna have a beer? I'll give you a beer. Why don't you come to my apartment? I'll give you beers.
Well, maybe you want some girls there. I understand.
We can bring girls. Don't fucking tell anyone about this. Come over to my apartment. I have Coors Lights.
I have smeared off ices on,
dude,
on
we
chill.
get so fucked up. I have an old N64. We can play fucking NFL Blitz, dude. I don't have any fucking friends. I love you kids so much. Who are you taking to the dance? Which one of these girls are you taking to the dance?
She seems like a bitch, dude. Honestly.
To the Emerald Cotillion. Dude, I want to go back. I want to go back and coach.
I was just thinking about, dude, when you're like, it's spring. Or no, it would be, actually, sorry, that's fall for football. But it's like, it's like still warm out from the summer. You're playing the first games of the season.
Yeah.
You're standing as a kid in football pads on a foot, like waiting for a kickoff. There was no thoughts in my head back then.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there going, well, like, I hope the ball doesn't go to me. So I'm gonna catch it. That's a lot of pressure.
The ball doesn't
go to me first. So that's a lot of pressure. But I can't wait to run or on a kickoff, dude. I'd be like, I'm gonna run as fast as fuck and try to fuck somebody up.
Fuck somebody up.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I'm running into someone. I used to love that, dude.
It's the best.
There's like a blur. The sidelines. There's a blur of people on the field. You're like, that sounds like my dad. All right.
Yeah.
And you just go, I'm gonna run as fast as I fucking can. Yeah.
It's my mom. It's It's my mom. She's screaming for me.
I like vividly remember that. You're
I need to
standing.
hit a kid from the other school, so my dad's proud.
Love that shit. Played tough out there. Remember, I get the
Tough.
big bumps on my arms and be like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I am definitely gonna be in the NFL."
I'm gonna play for the Eagles.
Obviously, obviously.
They're just one strong kid from the other school.
I hated that.
Oh,
one.
I hated
so
those
much
kids.
bigger and stronger.
The
And you
jacked kid from the other schools out there. Gotta go. Fuck! I gotta block that kid.
Yeah, exactly. You mad? It's always nice.
He's
when
gonna fuck me up.
He's not my guy, and then you gotta watch him tear someone.
Watch him rip one of your friends' heads off. Oh shit! This guy's killing it. Lemaire, I wish you played football. You'd been nice out there.
I quit.
I wish you hadn't quit. You would have been good, dude. You've been a nice nose guard.
No, I hated running.
Yeah, it does. Run, TTs.
Yeah. Mr. Marshall, dude. By the way, dude, Mr. Marshall in the
Nate
pool.
Marshall flashbanged that party, dude. It was unbelievable. One of the dumbest jokes we've heard. We're sitting there with some teams, bros, having a good time. Nate,
Literally American heroes, dude.
Nate comes in high, drunk, acting a fool. He goes, I thought of this, dude. It's too funny not to tell you guys.
Didn't he run it by someone else too? And like, don't do that.
Yeah. He was like, I got to tell you this joke. What do you think, Lemaire? You give me a look like I shouldn't say it. All right.
I think it's funny.
The mayor loves it, dude.
It just was so out of nowhere. It was like, and just bringing that up is not the best thing to bring up to heroes. Dude, he goes in, we're sitting there, everybody's having a decent time. Nate comes in and goes, I thought of this joke, and I got to ask you, to one of the team's bros. He goes, if you ever watch a comic bomb so bad, do you ever get PTSD? The whole room, it was a flashbang. Whole room went dead silent. It was like, what the fuck, dude? And he ran away. He scurried off. I didn't see him the rest of that night.
Talking about it on panties.
Yeah.
He made it seem like somebody overheard him, and he was like, "Oh, I guess I got to tell everybody now."
Maybe that was the case.
Yeah, right.
But either way, he was like, I was gonna keep it to myself. But it's so fucking funny. I have to say.
I think he was telling someone that. I think he was telling someone the joke.
And
they're probably, what's up?
No one thought it was funny.
No. Yeah, didn't one guy?
It would have been funny if somebody was bombing and he was like, "You ever get PTSD?" Like,
yeah.
Even then, that's a risk to talk to a guy who's in the military. Be like, "Do you have fucking PTSD?"
Well, didn't one of them say like, "Yeah, we do get PTSD from like our friends killing themselves," and he was like,
"Yeah, yeah." He was like, "All right," and they didn't think. Nobody thought it was funny.
Yeah, the next day though, they were very funny about it because they kept teasing him about it, and it was the funniest shit in the world.
Nate was hoping everybody forgot it. I was swimming in the pool. I saw Nate come down. I go, "Nate, you got any more good jokes?" He was like, "Oh, how about Nate trying to swim underwater, dude?"
Dude, we did back.
So funny.
We swim race. I'll be honest, I got second place, but it was an honorable defeat. We're going back and forth.
He won the first one, but that was just me showboating. I should have done it, dude.
I mean, true.
I should have showboated.
You're trying to, but also that could have been a strategy. I thought you were genuinely trying to.
I was turning sideways and poking you while we were swimming.
In my head, I'm swimming. I'm going. I'm so fast. He has no other choice than to physically slow me down.
No, I was swimming like this on my side, going, "Hey!"
I didn't see.
And you didn't turn around. You got up. You're like, "Won. I won." I was like, I was fucking around,
dude. In my head, I was like, I'm a complete body length ahead of him right now, dude. He has no other choice than to grasp for my ankles. Basically, these are fins, dude. I thought I was going so fast.
So me and Matt, down and back underwater, not a big deal. That's just something we do. The teams told, they were watching. They were like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Yeah.
But then Nate was like, "Can I go the length?" And we were like, "Yes."
You have to be able to. Yeah, we did down.
You got to
back.
be able to go one.
Yeah, you got to go.
He got 10 feet. And his ass filled with air. Dude, he kept floating ass first up every time.
His bathing suit would bubble up.
And this is in a pool surrounded by nothing but like rich, cool people.
Yeah.
And the waitresses were the hottest. Every single waitress was an Instagram lady. Yeah. Everyone there was rich and hot.
Yeah, it was obscene. It was obscene.
My beautiful body, Nate's fat ass surfacing.
Martinez.
Spud sliding into the pool. That hurt like hell.
Spud actually did do the seal slide I was talking about, where he went from the hot tub on his belly and slid into the actual pool.
Right into the pool.
It was like 8 feet. It was far enough.
It also, that must have killed his stomach, dude.
Had to have.
That ground was not like smooth.
Who you talking to? Look at this fucking cut on my knuckle, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude, look at this. This is from your brother biting me. I put Billy in a headlock and I was shit-faced and I was like, doesn't hurt. He was biting the fuck out of me.
Dude, Nate tries to go to the other end, makes it 10 feet. All of a sudden, some of the ice started to crack. Some of the bros around us started to kind of laugh.
People started laughing about
started to kind of participate in what was going down. And then fucking finally, he tries like 5 times. Finally, and of course, there's this lady standing there. A voluptuous white woman, dude.
Yeah.
Standing there. Huh?
His one Nate's weakness.
Or was it his strength, dude?
True. He did it for her honor.
Bro, he made it to the other end of the pool.
Of course, there was he surfaced and started splashing. He started thrashing in the water.
Yeah, his fucking ass popped out of the water.
Everyone was laughing.
But he made it. And that's what I was like,
had
bro.
A nice laugh.
Turns out you put a piece of fucking cheese in the maze, the mouse makes it to the
end. He had to show out for the white babe. Yeah, that was a fucking great trip.
It was so fucking fun.
Blitz, NFL Blitz, dude.
Oh,
Let's go.
Don't remind me, dude. Don't remind me of my greatest failure.
No, you got it back.
I played Billy. Of course I beat my little brother.
Billy.
If you can't beat your little brother in Blitz, man, kill yourself.
That's actually very true. Yeah. If you lose to anybody younger than you, if there's like an age gap, like if you have like nieces and nephews and they come over for like a holiday party and you lose,
kill yourself, dude.
You know how much of a fucking loser you must look like?
It's crazy. That'd be nuts. That would suck, dude. If they could get
it's like a dad losing pickup basketball to like a fucking 6th grader. It's like, fuck.
I mean, dude, some would probably rather get cucked.
I would rather get cucked.
Yeah, dude.
Than get fucking like trounced in Madden on Thanksgiving by like a fucking 2nd grader.
I'd rather get cucked.
I would rather get cucked. I'd rather someone come into my house and fuck my mom.
What's the word for that? What kind of cuck is that? Is that like a great cucking? If someone cucks you via your mom.
Oedipus cuck.
If you get cucked, if your dad gets cucked.
If your dad gets cucked in front of you and your dad, your mom gets cucked. Wait. Yes. You and your dad.
That's like a family curse.
That's probably, you can definitely find that.
If you have to be like,
a brother and.
Wait, that guy wasn't here to fix the sink? Dad, what the hell? What's going on? We got cucked, son.
Son, we've been.
Apparently, I thought that was Domino's. Yeah. I opened it up and his
Domino's.
I thought that was Domino's. We opened it up. I saw the guy's dick in the pizza. I said, no.
Oh. You gotta just turn to your father and go, lick him tomorrow, though. Yeah. That's the devil's day, dude. That's a devil of a day. So Dynamo's guy comes in and fucks your mom in front of you and your dad.
There was 9 black guys in your backyard.
Oh, you gotta get out of here. God damn it.
You just chase away the big sausage pizza. That was 9
the hell was that?
That was 9 black dudes.
Dynamo's. I don't know who the hell Dynamo